10. Looks like Sean Dickinson. No, let it go. Oh, Saunders back into the pack. Takes Sponsor. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God, are you?
Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bump. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan is gonna win it here in Iowa.
Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run, the 61 to the inside. Can he make it work? He's got it.
Inside of the 02. He's sliding! Oh, Burrows is around! Oh, the wrecking right in front of him. That's Mogren.
Jones is a great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner and
They're gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish. 3 wide off the wire. And not the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles! Oh my God, what a finish! iSCAR's in. We're up and away. Green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard to the wall! Huge track on the start finish line. Who comes out on top?
Dallas Myhan wins.
Dallas Myhan wins it! What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, let's go! Oh no! Oh! They're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God! Connor's involved. They're still wrecking. iSCAR about to get set to go green here in just a few minutes as we set ourselves up for this Williams Grove 360 event for the iSCAR Sprint Car Series. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes, going to be your host here for tonight as we set ourselves here for, I think, 70 and not 70 laps. What the heck? I think it's definitely more than, I mean, less than 70. It's 40 laps for tonight. Drivers currently whipping around the racetrack here at Williams Grove. First time iSCAR has been here. I'm just seeing some cars out in the racetrack as of right now. Nothing too drastic. For now, at least. I'm interested to see on how all these drivers will perform, because Williams Grove is an interesting racetrack. I'm not a dirt racer myself, but Williams Grove is definitely one of the, if not the hardest dirt track to ever to be ran for iRacing. Drivers come to a halt. All the people who have qualified. We'll go ahead and scroll the qualifying order here in just a moment. Just about 40 seconds remain. I'm not going to be talking a lot for tonight. I suddenly feel really freaking sick. Yeah, I feel sick for some reason, so we'll just keep it down to the best as I can. With the amount of cars on the racetrack, I don't think the track wore down enough to make it spread out. So I'm expecting just bottom side through the whole race. So we'll see if we're in the feature. No, we're not. This heat's gonna set up this heat will set up the what you call it, the gridding order. So waiting for one more driver to hook himself on, and we'll go green here in just a moment. There's 8 drivers out on the racetrack. So here we go. This is the only heat we're running. Not sure how it's gonna go, but hopefully these drivers are gonna take it safe around for just 8 laps. So I think it's one of the longer dirt tracks. It is one longer dirt track. What am I to say? So the whole entry list is Austin Griffey, Trey Shuttlesworth, Charlie Byer, Rob Nelson, Brandon Sampson, Aiden Saunders, Eric Stamp, and Matthew Klein round out the whole entry list. We come in for this for the restart. I mean, for the start. 8 laps. There's a small heat. Nothing too drastic. Field works yourselves to the start-finish line.
Green's out. Green
Flag's
flag. Green
out.
flag.
And a great restart by the number 8 of Saunders. Fire goes nowhere. Griffey slips up the corner. Here comes Shuttlesworth banging in the background as they head themselves into 3 and 4. Right up off the corner. Saunders trying to roll the bottom side of the racetrack. Nothing going anywhere. Surprise everybody running towards that outside wall. Fire blinking out just a slight. It's Shuttlesworth and Griffey. On board with Aiden. He's trying to fend off that number 7. 5 cars under this blanket. It's all the way to Eric Stamp, Rob Nelson, Matthew Klein, all by themselves. 5 left to go. Oh, and around goes the 5th place machine. That's Sampson. Throws himself out of the racetrack. Sampson will start in the rear. It's Griffey now trying to roll the bottom side of the racetrack, and oh, real sideways off. Shuttlesworth's gonna have a run, but he too got sideways. 3 laps to go. Shuttlesworth shoots to the high side. It's Griffey who can't roll the bottom side. Well, actually, he got a bite off the corner. Side by side into 3. Slide job. 57. Shuttlesworth a bit sideways off as Griffey fishtailed Shuttlesworth with a slider. Whoa, real tight and easy pickup there by the 57. All right, you got 1 shot. White flag this time by for Griffey. 1 more lap remaining in this heat. Shuttlesworth tags the wall. He's throwing a slider though. He's gonna have a chance. Right to the inside. Can't make it happen. He was close, but not enough. Griffey wins the heat event. Across the start-finish line. Line comes in 7th. And warm-ups go. To go underway. So Griffey wins the heat race event. We'll see if Hulsey does advance the session, but for now we'll keep ourselves silent as we watch the drivers run the racetrack. Alright, and we're back as we get ourselves set for the Sprint Car Series 8 car is gonna duke it out. Yeah, here we go. Just waiting for all 8 drivers to grid up. Again, 40-lap event. All right. Semi 4-wide salute. I know there's not a lot of drivers here, but you know. You do what you can work off of. There. Giving their best shot. It's so cool to see 4-wide. Rare sights. As these drivers getting themselves set up for the 40-lap event. It's 40 laps. Expected to take around 12 minutes. Griffey's already an iSCAR Sprint Car Series winner. We'll see if he can pull off the dub here tonight. Starts up front, but Shuttlesworth isn't fast. We'll see if he can find a ways around.
Green, green, green.
What a start by Byer as he works himself to the high side of Shuttlesworth. 3 wide, just about 4 wide. Byer makes contact with Shuttlesworth. Shuttlesworth gets booted up the racetrack. In the meantime, up front, side by side, as Saunders wants to go. He looks for the low side of the racetrack, but can't make something happen. Trouble. Maybe in the back. Up, around goes a 7 to Byer. He gets spun around.
Yellow, yellow.
We're piling up in the back. 09 as Stamp gets involved in it again. Unfortunately, we worked ourselves under the first yellow flag of the day. As the 7, Charlie Byer, is the one who got caught. Everybody just ran into Shuttlesworth as he was coming out on the racetrack. Had Sampson, he overshot it, got into Shuttlesworth. Shuttlesworth had to come down, and Byer was right there. Some big hits. Klein took a nice shot at the front end. Onto pit road goes Stamp, so his day is done for. The 09. Yeah, it looks like Stamp's day is done for. Gonna go 1 go signal. Sorry. 30 gallons won't get you 40 laps? Holy crap. Well, Stamp eliminated, unfortunately. We're down to 7 cars on the racetrack. Green flag.
Green's out. Green
Nice
flag.
start
Green
for
flag.
the 57 of Griffey to pull himself away from the 8 of Saunders. We'll see if Saunders can make something happen. Here we go for 3rd place, side by side. It's Shuttlesworth trying to roll the bottom side of the racetrack. It's Rob Nelson in the 999 rolling the high side of the racetrack, but Shuttlesworth got a bite off the corner and works himself to the bottom into 3rd. He's running lower than the slick. 119-ish, I mean, the 19-ish Shuttlesworth is. Semi paying off as of right now. He's getting a lot of grip down there. Saunders, side by side.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Got a yellow. Looks like it's for the back half of the field, I think. That's a ridiculous way to bring out a caution, honestly. Stamp, you know, letting people by. He was slow. He didn't even turn it around, but that threw the caution, which is probably the most bizarre caution I've ever seen in iRacing. Some drivers coming on a pit road. Byer. Klein. I wonder why Klein's coming in. Oh yeah, there is a fast repair. I forgot about that. Drivers might have gotten some damage and worked themselves back into the racetrack just to, you know, get all that damage repaired. All right. "30 laps remain once we take the green flag." Here we go. Coming for the green flag. Griffey, Shuttlesworth, Saunders, Nelson, Sampson, Klein, Byer, and Stamp. Stamp is 3 laps down, unfortunately. Work to the start-finish line. Saunders with a nice jump.
Green, green, green.
We're gonna get the car rolling in time. We're past the 57. Oh, and Saunders
flag is
goes
out.
around. Gets himself back going. More wrecking, I hear. Saunders, yeah, that's unfortunate. Even though there's 8 cars on the racetrack, lots of cautions. I think this is our 3rd one. Saunders came down on the 999 of Rob Nelson. I'll wave around to the 09 of Eric Stamp as he works himself around the racetrack. Griffey has probably led every single lap. Why don't you pull up the laps led panel? Yeah. He's led every single one of them. Green, green. Through the gears they go as they work
Green's
off of
out,
4.
green flag,
Drivers
green
spreading
flag.
out as they work themselves to the first turn. Shuttlesworth yet again trying that bottom side of the racetrack. Griffey just gets such a run off. Look how low Trey is as he tries to roll the bottom side. Griffey could just get a huge, huge bite through that cushion, but oh, Shuttlesworth got a nice 1 and 2 there. We'll see what he can do with it. Now Griffey goes to the bottom. Saw behind him that he in and around, but it's just a top 2 as of right now. Oh, contact right behind. This is 99. Brendan Sampson's now missing a front wing. We'll have to come in for repairs maybe next caution as drivers work around him. Up front though, it's a different story as Griffey and Shuttlesworth are going right at it. Griffey could pin his car right against the tires and going in as, whoa, gosh, they're close. Shuttlesworth has been to victory lane. The iSCAR Cup Series once happened at the shootout. Saunders works himself into 3rd, but going by Klein into 26. All up front. Shuttlesworth going to try the high side. He's going to have a run. Looks like it's too much slick. Where he wants to run, so. Saunders is right about against that high side, and Klein slips up, looking 3 wide right behind. Byer is now missing a front end. As Rob Nelson worked himself by. All these cars running right against the wall. Stamp just currently floating around as here we go. Battle for the lead. Shuttlesworth has a run on the high side.
Yellow flag is
Caution's out. Who gets the lead though? I think it's Shuttlesworth by a nose, and we'll see what happens as I think it's Brendan Sampson who's in trouble. As it was. Caution with 18 to go. As looks like, ooh, tagged the wall and around he went. Quickly for him, does have Shuttlesworth saving fuel. Some drivers working on the pit road. Oh my gosh! Who hit the? Brandon Sampson hit the end of pit road. These drivers going on the pit road to go ahead and repair the damage and replace the front end. And just watch on board. Watch Brandon Sampson. Too fast in, and uh-oh. Well, good thing he has a fast repair. Reminds me a lot of what happened to Keaton Jones at Dover. And he tried to pit. Went too fast and binned it right into the barrels, unfortunately. All right. $15 laps to go. Stamp is now 1 lap down. Luckily. And it's Shuttlesworth who retook the lead. So, first time Griffey has been under some type of challenge. We'll see if make something happen as Shuttlesworth leads them through 3 and 4. He's on the throttle. Green flag.
Green flag.
And it's Saunders who got the benefit of the caution. Works himself to the backside of all these drivers. He's gonna have a shot on board of Matthew Klein as he's trying to work himself forward. Fine, I guess you could say a dark horse as what a move by Byer to work himself to the high side. It's Klein who's going to pull the slider on the 7. He gets sideways. Meanwhile, up front, Shuttlesworth right against those tires. He slipped up just a slight. Griffey's going to be on him. We'll see if he can make something happen. Is he going to 1 and 2? It's now Saunders right up against the cushion. Griffey's back at it. Oh, look at the bite. He got under Shuttlesworth. Shuttlesworth washed up. He got into the slick. Side by side to the start-finish line. It's Shuttlesworth who now has to roll the top side to get a bite off the corner for Griffey. Right up against... Oh, what a move by Shuttlesworth. He has to keep his car there as much as he can as the lines are changing throughout the racetrack. I think the high side is now starting to kick in. But Griffey could get a nice bite off of 4. And he pulls up to the back side of that number 19 is Shuttlesworth. But in 1 and 2, it's a different story. Shuttlesworth clears that 57 down the straightaway. And he's going to lead his 7th lap as look how low that 19 is as I think Griffey tagged the wall. Just a slight. Oh, unfortunately for Matthew Klein, he's towed it. Oh, close right there as... Shuttlesworth. Griffey wants to try the bottom again. Look at Saunders trying to work the high side. He has a run on, I mean, he's pulling forward of this top 2. It's just a matter of how he'll get up there. And now it's all Shuttlesworth. Had some bad luck at Volusia after getting involved in a wreck. Here he is running half second ahead of Austin Griffey in the 57. But Griffey, he hasn't let up yet. If there were to be a caution, that's going to change everything. 5 cars on the lead lap now as Saunders tags the wall, and that'll ruin his ruin a chance at the win most likely. 6 laps to go. Look how high the 19 is right up off the corner. 5 laps to go. Now looks like the lines have changed and the amount of cars on the racetrack. I'm not expecting that line to shift back to the bottom unless Griffey wants to go ahead and take a charge at it. Here he comes to the inside. Oh, looks like he slipped up just a slight. 4 laps to go. Laps to go. Shuttlesworth drifting low. And Griffey, who's aiming to go 2 in a row. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. 2 laps of racing left. If there were to be a caution, that would change everything, and Griffey would have a chance. Yeah, it looks like everybody's spread out. Stamp's not going to get on the lead lap, unfortunately. The closest battle is for the lead. And it's Shuttlesworth and Griffey, as Griffey is... Oh! Into the wall goes Griffey in the 57. White flag, and the 57's destroyed that right side of the machine. Final lap for Shuttlesworth. He's had to go in victory lane. Here comes Griffey. Tried it! He tried the slide job and couldn't get there in time. Shuttlesworth, win number 1 in the Sprint Car Series. And that was an interesting move by Griffey, who came into the picture out of nowhere. He shoved it to the low side and nearly got Shuttlesworth at the off of 4. But Shuttlesworth, the one to survive it. And he wins here at Williams Grove. Take a replay again of how that all went down, as Griffey just fly it to the low side. Desperation. You have to do something. Oh, just nearly got him. Scared off Shuttlesworth just a slight. As my dog is, of course, scratching in. We're gonna go ahead and drag in our top 3 here for this one. Drag in our first place driver, and Trey Shuttlesworth in that number 19 machine. Shuttlesworth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
And you finally found yourself around that number 57 at Griffey. How'd you do it, man?
Honestly, I mean, I was really pressuring him at the mid stages of the race, but I did kind of luck out by deciding to pick the high side on the very lap that caution came out, edged him on the back straightaway when the yellow came out, and from there I was able to keep a pretty consistent control of the race. But no, Griffey did a pretty good job. Just a couple more things would have went his way, and it very easily could have been his victory.
Right, man. I saw the track conditions changing. You were running the low side, and suddenly you shifted up to the high side. How'd the track look out there tonight?
I was a little concerned that it wasn't going to wear that much and it wasn't going to be that fun, but by the end of the race there was a pretty clear top. Cushion was starting to form in turns 3 and 4 too, but no, there was a very clear top and bottom. You can make either work. I mean, Austin almost won the race with a slide job in 3 and 4, but yeah, track was pretty perfect.
All right, man. 10-4. Before we let you go, any sponsor you want to thank you for tonight?
You know, I don't know if I'm with Proximity or Friends of Kermit tonight, so we're just going to thank, Friends of Kermit Racing with Dewey Shram, along with Proximity Racing, and all the sponsors at Proximity. Let's see, All Serve Garage Doors, Rexford Engineering, yeah, My Photography, John, follow my Instagram at Trey Shuttlesworth Photography. Man, yeah, that's all I have.
All right, man. 10-4. Trey Shuttlesworth rounds himself out for the first win in the Sprint Car Series. Can't wait to talk to you coming next race.
Yep. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for hosting. Well, Garrett's hosting, but
Yeah, Gary's the one who's hosting.
broadcast.
All right, 10-4. See you later.
Yep.
Sherry Shuttlesworth in the number 19, and going into the booth is number 57 of Austin Griffey. And Griffey, unfortunate to you, you lost the lead, and you lost the lead in a different fashion. The caution came out as Shuttlesworth was inching you on the backstretch. How'd the track look out there tonight? I saw the lines were changing around.
Yeah, the lines are definitely changing around. If you roll the bottom really good, you can get on somebody. If you roll the top really good, you could drive away, definitely. Good win to Trey. You know, we had a pretty good battle. He won it. Good job to him. I had a few driver errors. That's all my fault. It was just good battling between me and him.
All right, man. 10-4. Otherwise than the track and the battling out on the racetrack, how was your car out there tonight?
It was good. If I moved the wing back more than I needed to, the car was tight, and if I moved it forward, it was loose, so I had to be right in the middle to get it where I wanted to be.
All right, man. 10-4. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, Twiz RC Chassis, Peach RC, Assault RC, R1 Works, John's BSR Tires, JG Motorsports, and thanks to my Grammy for letting me race on here and buying this stuff for me.
All right, man. 10-4. Austin Griffey going to round himself out second. We'll go ahead and see you coming next race.
All right, see you.
And we're going to drag into the booth Aiden Saunders in that number 8 machine. Aiden, you got a copy? There you go.
There. Okay. Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Well, you weren't in the picture, but you did get involved in an incident. What happened there off of 2?
Yeah. I was just trying to cut down, and I didn't realize whoever that was on my inside, and yeah, I made contact. That was 100% my fault, though. So sorry. I don't know who that was, but yeah.
Luckily for you,
Sorry.
you landed to a 3rd place finish here for tonight. You started in 3rd. Speaking of car, obviously we had a fast repair here for tonight. Did that help? Because
I didn't use it.
oh, you didn't use it. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I had a little bit of front wing damage, but it wasn't enough to really hurt me, I guess. I didn't have anything for those front 2 anyway. And I was using my Lernerville setup. I didn't even know it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, oh well.
All right, man. 10-4. Before we let you go, any sponsor you want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, Signal 88 Security, Woody's Transport LLC, CSA Design Group, and Lucchini's Towing. And I guess Garrett for hosting the series, and you for broadcasting. Thanks.
All right, man. 10-4, and that is Aiden Saunders in the number 8. We'll go ahead and see you coming next race.
Yep.
Otherwise than that, congratulations to the number 19, Trey Shuttlesworth, who picks off the win here after 40 laps. Until next time, my name is Ezeckiel Reyes for the Williams Groves 360 event. We'll see you off in the next broadcast on Friday for the Truck Series at Kansas, 84 laps.